Hey guys, it's me, Miss Mary. Just doing life. Just coming out here to just be transparent about some things in my life. You know, my son and I, you can watch it. The youngest, we just did a video talking about transparency, and we talked about a lot of stuff. But transparency and therapy, we talked about therapy. And I wasn't introduced to therapy until later on in life. I think I was like about 62 before I really knew the value of therapy and how God can use therapy as well as God is still God. Anyway, I was feeling some emotions, kind of like in my feelings. And I wanted to come on and talk to you guys because, I don't know you and you don't know me, but I call you my TV, my tribe, my village. But when I'm feeling these emotions, and this is my outlet, to share them with you. And I want to be, when I created this channel, I want to be totally transparent with you. No fluff over here. We ain't going to do no lying. We ain't going to do no manipulating. We're not going to do any conning. We're just going to stand flat foot, as my aunt would say. Just stand flat foot and tell the truth. And I'm just standing flat foot today and just telling the truth and just sharing my truth in the midst of showing you how to save money and stuff, and showing you how to fold a fitted sheet and all that kind of stuff. Life is still lifing for Miss Mary because we're doing life over here. But anyway, and so I won't get into a long story. I was just sitting there thinking about how, you know, I have 5 kids, and you are who you are to your kids. And the sad part about all of that is once they become adults, there's nothing really you can change because you are who you are to them. Is either they value you or they don't value you. And let's just put it on the table. I'm not talking about moms who've been abusive, moms who weren't there. For the most part, I'm talking about the moms who done all they could do. Didn't get it all right, but done the best I could with what I had. And sometimes you have the child that is just disconnected from the family, disconnected from you, even though never showed any partiality, never made a difference. But sometimes they'll choose outside people to be more of a family to them than what you are. And they will swim over whatever it takes, the deepest river, the highest sea, climb the highest mountain for that person, but not for you. And sometimes you'll question, like, did I do all that I could have done? What is it that this child is so disconnected from me? And what you have to do is you have to make peace with yourself, especially when you know that you've done the best that you could do. You have to be able to make peace with yourself. Because if you don't make peace with yourself, it'll eat you alive. So I was thinking, I was sitting and I was feeling a little down, you know, not depressed or anything, but just a little down and disappointed at how it's almost like a prize when they get grown. And it's either you're going to win the prize or somebody else going to win the prize. Somebody else is going to be a priority in their life. It's either you're going to be a priority or you're not going to be a priority. And just sitting with myself and knowing that I didn't win the prize. Miss Mary didn't win. Not with that one. I didn't win the prize. Somebody else is more valuable in one of my kids' lives than I am. And I have to live with that, and I have to sit with that, and I have to deal with that, you know. But in the midst of me living with it and dealing with it, I have peace because I know I did everything I could have done. There was no foul play on my part, just what they chose. But there was nothing on my part. So in that, I was sitting, feeling a little saddened. I thought I'd jump on the camera. And my son came in and brought me roses, flowers, not roses, flowers, and a card that just crumbled my heart because I think he could feel the weight of me feeling disappointed in that one. And he wanted to lift me because he knows how much it hurts. And I was thinking about how hard it must be for your other children to see one that went astray, away from the family, away from the love, to see the parents be hurt by it. But I'll tell anybody, it's like I told my son, the one that brought me the flowers. I'm not going to call names on here. But my husband taught me well. He did. If ever I can honestly say God gave me a gift, that man was my gift, my second husband. God gave me a gift. And that gift was him. He taught me to move on. Don't you dare let kids control your life, especially adult kids. We're talking about adult kids. We're not talking about children. We're talking about once they get grown. Because he said they're going to marry who they want to marry. They're going to buy what they want to buy. They're going to spend their money however they want to. And guess what? We are going to do the same thing. We're going to live where we want to live. We're going to buy what we want to buy. And we're going to go where we want to go. Because our lives are not centered around them no more than their lives are centered around us. So, that being said, just talking. Bye, guys, because that one that brought me the flowers is calling and I need to talk. Love you. Bye.